Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona. Arizona Stadium, where this red and blue crowd ready to bear down with their Wildcats. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. That's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the...
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback checking the play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
A first down for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time we can be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And the extra point is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Ward. They're trying to get to him. Escapes the sack. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And they got him for the sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Martinez. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Canes in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Restrepo. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Ward. Fires toward the end zone. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Miami!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Picks it up, that's a live ball.
And it's so great to see the resiliency of this defense because they've been on the field now for a few minutes, right? This offense has been churning play after play after play, and they're getting yards, but the defense never quit. They were able to get to the ball, force the turnover, get possession, and now they get a much-deserved rest.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
They were only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Touchdown, Arizona. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point gives them the lead of 14-13. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Just about set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Catch in the middle. It's Arroyo. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass on second down. Pressure coming. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Scanning the field, it's Ward. And he's got it! Touchdown, Caves!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point.
He's got it down the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now on first down from the 43. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man down the middle. That completion. Defense is running out of room to defend.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Ward. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first half. This is for Arizona, 21, Miami 20.
Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
That was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put it. I know that.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play, and you knew it was going to be a pass. You cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Ward. Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. He hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, but we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 4th down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Restrepo. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Quarterback will audible. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Going up top on 1st down. He's got his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Looking for the 2-point try. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's not going to get there. Stopped short. The lead remains 7 as they were trying to push this to a 2-possession lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll turn to Martinez. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. This is for Arizona, 27, Miami, 20.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Ward. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense just has not had an answer for this tight end. We knew he was athletic coming into this one, and they've lined him up all over the field, but the defense has not been able to cover him. He's now got over 150 receiving yards.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. Down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long to the 27. motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Working the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Makes the grab on the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Quick strike complete. Great move there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie. He's at the 50. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick 6, but he'll be stopped at the 31. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick 6. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those old linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6 if you're on offense.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They're going to ride this running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.